Welcome to another episode on my Raspberry Pi 2 running Ubuntu Linux as well as robot operating system. The objective is to use a fischertechnik photo-transistor, get a signal to the Raspberry Pi through GPIO and have some messages across. Last time I had a very big problem and it became only bigger. You need messages, and while it seemed alright, a big problem turned out to be that having two messages that are named too similar as the package, that doesn't work. So you have a package robot PI and you have one message robot PI that might work. But as it turns out that if you have a second message and you call it robot_PI2, that goes wrong. So after quite some puzzling, I renamed the messages robot PI message 2 and robot PI message, and unfortunately that ends up in a disaster. So let's show what happens. It doesn't find any of the messages. So not just the subscriber doesn't work, the publisher has stopped working. And that is a big problem. Now, right now I am thinking to completely change it while keeping the words the same, and I think I should have it as message underscore robot PI. Then it should not be confused. So what I will do is say, alright, move robot PI message dot message to message dot robot PI dot msg. That's one. Second, I have another one, number 2, and that should be called 2. So of course the contents is still the same. This with data 2 commented out, but I will still have to change something, and that is cmake_list.txt, because in here the messages are called as well here. So what I have to do here, message, and then say alright, insert underscore robot underscore PI as well as and here say robot underscore PI and leave it at 2. That is one thing. Now I have to move it to change this. And I have to change it here as well. And then I do hope that it is alright. If not, I really have not really a clue what may be going on. So this is 2 and saved. And this is the last one. Now the point is, I still have to build everything. Cat can make and do the whole thing. So, and then see if things work. So that is next. Time to build. Let's hope it ends without an error. And building is a bit of, can be a bit of a tedious job, but I hope this one isn't. Last time it wasn't. But that is no guarantee, as it didn't find anything. Well, this is promising. So let's install. And that looked promising as well. So the only thing I have to do now is source the setup again. Alright. So right now, does this work? Question is not in the least. Does this work? Probably not. Nope. So the big question now is, what am I missing? Why is this going wrong? Let's take one step back and let's say cat can make clean. Cat can make. Then make install again. No errors so far. So I source again. And another attempt to run it. Will work. No, it will not. So with a message that has a distinct difference in writing from RaspberryPi. Well, RaspberryPi is still part of it, but it doesn't start with it. So then, why is this going wrong? Even with the publisher. I didn't change anything strange here, but I changed even less here. So did I make a mistake somewhere here? Let's see in here, project RaspberryPi. That's good. Then I say this is good. Nothing wrong with this here. Message underscore robot underscore pi and then 1 and 2. And everything else is to be ignored for now. This is something I forgot somewhere else. Not quite sure, but it's back to tutorials anyway, because I clearly miss something. Studying the tutorials didn't reveal anything that I already didn't know or did know. What I repeated from last time is once again the whole sequence again, catkin or catkin make anyway, source, and then start again, getting the error. With the subscriber the same thing. Also once again trying to get the message using rosmsg, rosmsg, to find if that command can find anything at all. I first make the mistake that I don't source anything, so here I finally do. Then command rosmsg package RaspberryPi, which perfectly shows both messages. Then rosmsg show, and with both messages, and they perfectly show the data. Not just the name of the message, but also what's in it. And that is a complete riddle. Why this error, while this is going exactly the way it should be? Here everything is as should. As far as I can tell. Here the two messages. The only thing that is wrong is here RaspberryPi. Would that give a big problem? you never know. Or should I do then first once again? I had overlooked this one. Would that really give such a big error? Such tiny details could matter. So let me try again. Or I should maybe make first clean. Make. Would be very surprised if this is the solution, but you never know. Alright, then install. This looks like going alright, and with this mistake I did not get any errors, so I seriously doubt that this will make a difference. Now, to be sure, I source it, and then let's run the publisher, which goes wrong as expected. So unfortunately I'm still where I was, and correction of this typo, a hyphen instead of an underscore, did not solve it. And it really cannot find anything here. Neither can it here. So, what to do about it? Well, I already posted a message on the ROS forum, so who knows what the answer is going to be. While the software isn't working, well, the ROS nodes, the ROS node and the messages aren't working. The question is, of course, there is also some electronics. Do they still work? Well, I can easily check that, because the oscilloscope is still attached, in the sense that here is a probe attached to the newly programmed output right here. And there's a probe which is coming from the button. Well, the probe is not, but the wire to the probe is coming from this button, and then of course the photo-transistor, which is wired up through the voltage divider, and I can always check that since the probe is connected to the voltage divider. So for the first thing with the lamp, mind this one, putting it straight into it, and you see the line go a little bit. And keep in mind that this line is number one. It is set to 5 volts. Now, another thing is that I just realized that it is set to pulse modulation, which is not the smartest thing to do, I think. So I put it to slope and see whatever happens then. And also it is set to 500 microseconds. I don't know really if that is going to matter, but let's see. Anyway, it works, and if I change this to, let's say, a little bit smaller, then you see it quite a bit better. So now every square is in height 2 volts. Then this button, which is represented by the middle by this line, and if I press here, this is a clear 5 volts. And I may have to drag the line a bit down, selecting channel 2. Alright, now once again, and oh, it's a little bit under 5 volts. And if I do this, then it is 5 volts, which it should be, because here this wire to the button is connected to 5 volts. So I would have been surprised if it wasn't, but thankfully it is. And yes, this one is from this wire, which is not working without ROS, so this won't do for now. And unless I find a problem for the mystery that normal for the input error, no module named message robot PI message, while everything works here alright, not much I can do. So for now I am stuck with a mystery, and online I have been able to find what's going on. There are other errors which have the same kind of idea, but they turn out to be to have different origins, which is also not always possible. That said, with this working and this not working, I can't test, of course, the ROS topics. As far as I know, well, I just noticed something else here, an error as well. So but I have my doubts that that is the culprit, same like it was here. And the problem is that it happened here as well. So let me just check for any typing mistake here. This is alright. This one is alright. So that is most certainly not the cause. And this one may just be, who knows, but I seriously doubt it. Nope, that was not the cause. Alright, and with that I thank you for watching. And if you like the video, despite whatever goes wrong, despite the errors, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Give it a thumbs up, like the video, follow me on Twitter and retweet and like, follow me on Instagram and like. You may also leave comments on my YouTube, on my Twitter and on my Instagram. Other people already do. And thank you for the comments. And please donate to keep the videos coming your way. More information on donation, please see my website. And this is of course to be continued in whatever way. So for now, bye bye.